Damn it, we almost had him.
Good evening, everybody. It is Monday, October 2nd. It is our post-game live stream for week 4 to break down the tough loss to the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles. As we lost 34-31 in overtime, I will go ahead and kill the intro music. That was your boy Phil on the introduction. I am Steve. We got Dev back in the cut, just looking like he's gonna make a move on somebody. Yeah, we are coming in this. Thank you for tuning in. This is episode 221 for you boys. 21. And here we are with sitting at 2-2. Now, I know a lot of us, most of us, thought we would be 2-2 at this point. So no harm, no foul. I know you never want to lose. You never want to have a loss like that. But that's regardless of what we want to be, that's kind of where we are right now. So with that being said, thank you for tuning in. You can find this on any of your audio podcast platforms or on YouTube, or catch us on Facebook. Hit that like button, subscribe. We really appreciate it. Fellas, what's the vibe right now before we jump into all this stuff? Dev, how you feeling about the game overall? Just a few words.
Felt like we got what we let one slip out of our fingers.
The wrong kid died. One got away.
Yeah, it sucks. But hey, man, if you're gonna lose that way, I guess. I hate to say it. It sounds like a total bailout. But hey, that's cool. I had us 2-2 at this point. I think most of us did.
Yeah, that's right.
So I'm okay. All of our goals for the year are still in front of us. So
I mean, they only got to get like 5 more wins for you, right?
Yeah, 5 more wins for me to be right. Yeah.
5
or
more,
or 9 more if you
5 more wins for which version of you, Dev?
5 more for the sober, for the lucid version of me, but 10 more for the high version of me.
It all depends which day they caught you on.
Yeah.
What about you, Phil? How we feeling today?
So I've said this a million times in a million different places. In June, I had us losing this game. In August, I had us losing this game. Thursday, I had us losing this game.
Yeah.
And when we lost the game, my only reaction was I literally just sat there and it's like, it was basically the mindset was just nuts. Right? That was all it was. That's all it was. This could be, by the time the season's over, a competitor for game of the year. Think about it. No turnovers.
Yep.
You had 65 points of offense. You had 2 quarterbacks just going back and forth, right? You got the king of the mountain right now in the NFC. As of last year, they're the reigning king of the mountain. And then the upstarts trying to make that next move. Now, there are no moral victories. Moral victories don't change the fact that you're 2-2.
Right. That's fair.
We almost snuck one. But
I don't know if we snuck one.
I gotta get on social media. And I'm like seeing some of the most insane stuff. Like,
wrong kid, dog.
No, I even saw someone today suggest we need to cut Tress Way.
Yeah, people. I think I posted on somewhere.
Fans
gonna fan.
Overreaction Monday.
fans gonna.
That's your Overreaction Monday.
That's right. This is Overreaction Monday. First off, let's say what's up to our boy Mean Green, Terrence Pear. He was on the show last week helping us break down this game. He said, awesome game. Y'all always play us close. Only mistake, y'all went for the extra point instead of the kill shot. We're going to talk about that.
I got an issue with that. We'll talk about it.
We will talk about that. Also, our boy Yam in Japan says, we were robbed, but mostly because JDR being a donkey. Man, I guess I need a donkey. I got to get a donkey sound effect now, Yam. Is that what you're telling me?
No.
Because I will, if you think I need one.
Charlemagne's already got Donkey of the Day locked down. I don't think we can do that.
Got it.
You got Glock dookie, though, so stay tuned.
Yeah, you don't have Glock dookie.
What's up, Marcus? Marcus E. Lynn. Make sure you go follow him on Facebook. He's got a group, Sports View 2. Check it out. Yam says we're about to be 5-2. You know, I really think it's possible. About to rip off here. We got Atlanta, we got the Giants, we got the Bears, somebody else in there.
Who we play after those three? The Eagles again, right?
Yeah, the Eagles are at the, I want to say after the next 4th to the 5th game or something.
It's the 29th. It's the last game of the month. We're gonna be 6-2, bro. We beating them next game.
It's possible.
For show. They ain't impossible. We beating. We whooping that ass, Terrence. Whooping that ass the next time.
If we're 5-2 come Philly coming to town,
I don't care if we.
I don't want to see any green in that goddamn stadium.
I don't care if we don't win none of them 3 games. We still win Philly next time we play them, dog.
Yam said you had the brotherly shove continue to be a bunch of, I think that's cow turds. Not really sure. I think
Bull crap.
Or
I mean, the only time it was the play where I don't know. Deron Payne's hand was under the ball. His head was over the ball.
Every time I line up in that formation, Dickerson was offsides. Like he's literally lined up on the ball.
So was Payne. Payne was on one play. They didn't call it. It should have been a neutral zone infraction. They didn't call it. That's what I'm saying. It's a wash.
Hold on. One play as opposed to every play.
But they got, oh yeah, you mean their right tackle pulling a Morgan Moses.
No, I'm talking about Dickerson. Every time they line up in short yards, Dickerson's up even with the center. You can't do that.
Yeah.
All right. Center always sits a little hit your head. All right. Dickerson's right up there on him. Now, Lane Johnson, and now I know why he's all pro. He's allowed to do the old Morgan Moses and kick back a full beat before the ball snapped to get in position. The difference is, here's the difference between Lane Johnson and Morgan Moses, because there's only one difference between the two. All right. Morgan Moses collects flags and Lane Johnson collects all pros.
Yeah.
If I had been allowed to do that when I played offensive tackle, I would have never allowed anybody in the backfield. Never.
Yeah.
And I would have gone and played college ball and looked like a boss. But no, you can't do that. But
it was almost like did you see that? Was it the guy in the Bills who did it 2 weeks ago? The Patriots, where he timed that block. Oh, it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. He ran all the way from the sideline and then was able to block a punt right on the snap.
He takes a big long breath and he could tell when he's going to snap it every time.
That's the sort of film they studied. They knew when the center took a breath, it was going to snap. So he tied it. One of the best special teams play ever. We're not going to talk about special teams because ours has been pretty much shitty this year, but we'll talk about it here in a second. Yam says
the holder was taking a breath.
Glock dookie, good enough. Yeah, but for me, it's still reserved for Wiley. Ouch. Darren says should be a good one again. Yeah, I certainly hope so.
We're busting that ass next time.
Sweat also disappearing. Last push, Dickinson hit one of our D line before the ball was snapped. That's what Phil was talking about. And Jens it's not hating. It's the truth.
He was lining up all sides. They flagged him on one.
Yeah, that play in formation used to be illegal. That's why they have stopped similar formations in special teams and defense. Yeah, they have stopped it on special teams for safety purposes because they don't want people climbing over. But on a couple of plays, did you see when Cam climbed on the pile? He came around the corner and dove on the pile. And I was like, oh, they're going to get him for – because usually when you see it on special teams, that's an immediate penalty. I was like, are they going to get him? No, it's not a penalty on offense or on non-special teams plays for whatever reason. I don't know why.
Because you're not usually piling up like that on special teams or on offense.
Yeah. But there was one of the plays they did it. We just left 4 linemen on the front. I'm like, you guys see what they're doing? You could stuff 2 linebackers in the middle. They just left 4 linemen there. I'm like, what are you guys doing? They didn't even try to like plug the
I
middle
think they were expecting Fields, or not Fields,
to go around the edge,
Hurts to go around the edge.
which he
They were-
did one play. He did do that once.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's roll right into Overreaction Monday. Overreaction Monday. I'll start. I know Phil kind of alluded to an overreaction, but my overreaction is this defense is garbanzo beans. It's an overreaction. Disclaimer, doesn't have to be true. Just how I feel for at the heat of the moment. The defense is falling apart. Ref the District posted a cool stat saying that Jack Del Rio's teams for the first 4 games of the season averaged like 30 points a game. And then the remainder of the season, they bring that average significantly down to like 25. Last year, it was down to 18 for the remaining games. 2021. So maybe that's what's going to happen. He's going to figure it out, tune it, and we start playing better. But that's not sustainable. Just do well from the beginning. You don't have to be a slow starter. That's like, I shouldn't have to accept that as the standard. Oh, we're just going to allow 30 points a game for the first 4 games, and then we're going to play better. Just play better from the beginning. That's my overreaction. That the defense is on a path to being not as touted as everyone said they were in the preseason. So, Phil, what about you? I know you kind of might have already hit on yours a second ago, but
no, my personal overreaction Monday kind of piggybacks off yours. It's that, and I knew that stat, not the exact numbers, but I knew that trend before I saw Ref the District actually put the stats up. But my overreaction is it ain't going to happen this year, and we're going to waste an offense that can move the ball. Because now the defense just won't do what they normally do, what we expect them to do, and it's all crap. That's my overreaction is that, God, we scored 31 points on Philly on offense, and we still can't win. That's my overreaction.
All right, that's fair. Dev, what is your overreaction here?
Jeez. It's a hard one.
That's what she said.
That's her overreaction. I don't know, man. I'm gonna
and then we'll go back and look at some of the digitized game films. So we don't get copyright struck because we didn't really hit that yet because we got right into it. But go ahead, Dev.
I don't know. My overreaction is that we should have probably went for it on 2-point conversion.
Yep, I feel you.
Not doing it, but I get it. I get it.
I feel you. They said something like the math is 50% 2-point conversion rate, right? From the 2. The percentage of every drive ending in a touchdown, I want to say is 12%, 15% ish. Don't get me wrong. So if you're just going off of probability, yeah, but I know Ron says the team was tired. You know, at that point,
I need to address this.
Go ahead.
All right. Because we have recent history to tell us that no answer was going to be the right answer unless
absolutely not.
And
100% correct.
I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to give you the exact reason why. 2020 against the Giants, late in the fourth quarter, late in the fourth quarter, we score a touchdown to pull within 1.
Yep.
And this is an away game as well in New Jersey against the Giants. Ron goes for 2. Ron does not get it. We lose by 1 point.
Bang, bang.
The entire fan base, all the people in the media, oh my God, why did you do that? Just take the tie and go to overtime. That was so stupid. And I said, well, isn't conventional wisdom you go for 2 on the road, you play for the tie at home, right? And everyone told me, you're an idiot. You should take the tie. Right?
Damned if you do, damned if you do.
Basically.
Sunday, I said, well, apparently conventional wisdom, the old conventional wisdom is over. Like he played for the tie, figured, okay, we'll get a chance to reset and play for the win in overtime. It's the end of the game, right? I didn't even see his comments about being too tired when I was talking about this.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no, you always go for 2. You don't leave points on the field. You go for the win every time. Which is it?
So you're
pick a lane. It's
going from a fan standpoint, which means absolutely nothing to me. I don't care what.
I know, but we gotta deal with these. These
Who
are
cares?
our brothers and sisters in burgundy and gold. They need to be smarter than this.
No, I was looking at it strictly from you were 9-point dogs. You were at rival territory. You shouldn't have even been in the position you were in. Why not throw all your chips in? And if you lose, well, you know what? You battled back and you lost. And if you win, hell, you win. Instead of playing the conservative route, maybe relying on your defense, which has been terrible all day.
Complain when Riverboat gambles. You complain when he doesn't gamble.
I don't even.
By the way, that was a catch by McLaurin.
100% catch by McLaurin.
And not only that, yeah. If they
there should not have been enough. There should not have been enough to overthrow
catch it overtime, we win that game.
Yeah,
because we're still going down the field.
Here's the thing about that though. I think since they called it not a catch, they had to have irrefutable evidence. If they had to call it a catch, I think it would have stayed. But it's obviously, when you watch it again, I don't know if they had the same angles we do, but that was a catch, man. His foot was on his arm, but his toes was still in bounds on the grass. Like that was kind of a
And usually they make the call that's a catch because it's just an easier way to process the post replay if it's close. But Marcus says overreaction fans saying Emmanuel Forbes is a bust. Terrence saying Sam Howell was awesome yesterday. He took 4 sacks, but that was only because the wideouts recovered on those plays, which we're going to go over the film here in a second and show that. Yam says overreaction Philly fans making fun of Forbes being emotional are scum and the definition of salt of the earth. Get him, Yam.
What did he do? Cry or something?
I know Terry was emotional because that was just such a tough game for them, but not really sure. So what?
Just go on.
What do you mean emotional? What emotional happened?
I know Terry was in tears. I don't know about Forbes. Forbes may have been in tears too. I don't know.
It's like week 4.
A tough loss. I mean, you just want to win. That's these guys. Not every player has their heart and soul in it. Some people, it's just a job. Clearly, Terry means more to Terry than just that. And that's
the adrenaline dump wearing off.
Yes, and it comes back down. You come back down there and you're like, you know what I mean. So let's look at some of the highlights here as we go through this and get some of your guys' opinions. So this is the Terry McLaurin 24-yard pass in the first quarter. So Sam was ripping off just plays after plays after play, and he was doing really well. But let's go ahead and check out Terry in his pass. Wide open.
Blocked by Leno right there.
Untouched. Let's watch it again. Pocket was good. Terry was open. I mean, look at the rest of the receivers. You did have a few other options. You had Logan. You had Jahan underneath. AG in the dump in the slot. I mean, in the flat. But good play to the left.
Everybody complains we don't make effort to get Terry. We can't complain when it gets to Terry.
Yeah. Yep. Now let's look at Morrow's first sack of the game. That was the first sack of the game. Morrow Morrow ended up having 2 sacks in total, but he was kind of a menace yesterday. But let's check this out. Curtis goes in motion. The ball snapped. Nowhere to go. He might have been able to get to Curtis, but look how fast the pocket collapses. And this is my thing. Like,
it's just 5 or 6. They sent 6.
They did, but the routes are so developing. And I get it. This was a third down. You had to get to the sticks. You had to get to the sticks. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and give an AG block 2. But look, by the time the pocket collapses, no one's even finished their route. So what is Sam to do? He either
step back.
Right,
you got the thing in the way.
And that's probably a throwaway out of bounds sort of thing. You see what I'm saying? Like Logan was double covered, Jahan was not covered. It was just a tough one.
Run to the right and get out of there.
Yeah, or that, but the pocket did kind of collapse on him.
The pocket collapsed all around. You only have so much room and so much time.
I don't even think he could. It just collapsed that quickly. I mean, the
he
Philly
goes right.
defense
Sevens out there
is menacing.
Are you really going to trust?
It's not really.
Andrew
It's like
Wiley?
20. It's like 27th. It's not menacing at all. They have 6 sacks all year. They got like 2.
That's just still a stout front line.
6 sacks all year. We have that, and but they got 2 against us. Yeah. So that's 7.
Got 5 against us.
Yeah,
5. Yeah, they got 5 against us. They have more sacks against us than they had all season combined.
Here is the Josh Sweat sack in the second quarter. Watch him coming off the edge. Look at 94.
But that was edge. You know what? That was him making a play because Sam was getting ready to leave the pocket.
He was, and he tripped over Leno's legs. But just to show you, he had a pocket. He probably would have got 5 yards, maybe. But look,
not hitting Leno's leg, trying not to hit his leg. He didn't even hit his leg. He just fucking failed.
Jahan was open, but I think he was falling by the time he got open. The only person kind of open right here is Curtis on a slant. See it?
4.
Yeah,
4. That's it.
And really, Curtis is moving into someone's zone.
Right. And what I'm getting at is a lot of these plays that I'm starting to see are receivers in the same space, which I don't like, and they're long developing plays.
The sacks always come on long developing plays.
They do. That's 100% correct.
Did you see how the short passing game kept us moving down the field early?
That's it. Beautiful. That's all it is.
I think Thomas was probably the primary on that play.
He could have been.
That's true too. A lot of people say, "Oh, just throw it to the open guy." Well, if the open guy is like the 4th read, and the pocket's already collapsing around you, do you have time to get to the 4th read?
Not really. Yam says, I'm honestly fine with either call. I would have preferred they went for 2, but I'm fine with the 90% chance of OT versus 50-50. Yep, I get it. I was just saying, listen, you just YOLO it. Who cares? We like I said, I was looking at it from a fan perspective. We're gonna be 2-2 anyways. Let's just go for it. Who cares? You know what I mean? But I get it. That's why I'm just a fan. Yam says there's videos and pictures of Forbes getting angry at himself and tearing up on the sidelines after being a burden and such. He cares. He's emotional. And he said people clowning on men, especially young men, having emotions are part of the problem.
They should have had Juice on him anyways. I don't get that. I wonder if Juice was hurt or something. Or Fuller. They've been playing better. They've been the best 2 corners on the team all year, man. I understand that you want to give the kid a chance and you want to let him learn. But I'm like, man, at the end of a game, go for the for show pussy over him on no pussy. But hey, man, he's got to live and learn. I think he's going to be all right, man. He'll learn from it.
Here's the thing. If he wasn't emotional, somebody would have been like, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How the people in this fan base is, nothing makes them happy.
I think it's a thin line.
When were we so good?
You got to have a thick skin, man. You can't be out here just crying because you get burnt.
But hold on here. But it was at the end of the game too, and at least he
got burnt 4 or 5 times.
When did we, as a fan base, get so entitled to perfection right off the bat? When did that happen?
When we got new ownership, people all of a sudden thought we were back to being the 87, 83, 91 teams. It's not. It's not there. It's gonna be. We are still
I'm sorry, I didn't know Josh Harris blocked.
Right. So this is the Jalen Hurts touchdown pass to AJ Brown on the left edge. So let's watch this. Just a dot.
Pass. But he didn't even touch him.
Touchdown. Sorry.
Like that, again, I think they're talking about this on the Junkies. He didn't even touch him. Like he just ran. He didn't even touch him.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro.
It wasn't even really a double move. It was just kind of a flare to the outside.
He got a clean break to the hole, man. Like you got to help your safety out, man.
But let's also look at number 18. I forget who number 18 is. Is it K? That's the case. Might be 13. But look at 18. He could have chose 18 or 88. Dallas Goedert down the middle. Look at the middle.
Bracketed though. Forrest could have come up and made a play on that.
No, he could have put it right over Cody Barton's head. But you're right. Forrest or Cam might have did something.
No, Forrest right there, 22. He's playing that.
This play was designed to me to ISO either Devontae Smith or AJ Brown by getting these
absolutely.
tight
Those
ends
are
to
your
go
first
up the
two
seam.
reads on both plays.
It pulls the safeties in and it puts 1-on-1 on the outside. And then look at
They know our middle linebacker don't get deep enough. So if he by chance he does, zeros in the middle of the field chilling.
Right. Look at Fuller on Smith. By the time the ball's released, he's got him locked up.
What's 18 doing, man? Or what's 25 doing?
That's Say Juice. He's probably covering the middle. He's covering Swift in the, which I don't know. Don't ask me why he's covering Swift in the.
Do you really want Cody Barton covering Swift?
The ball's already out anyways. So
yeah, the ball's already out. But
St. Juice is playing a short zone.
Right.
He's playing nickel.
Deuce says, "What up? Phil was bothering me yesterday, Steve. He said he's going to put me in his signature move." Trent Phoenix. What was the signature move called, Phil?
The wave cap.
Oh, I use a couple of them. I use the Dominator and I use the Emerald Flosion.
Did you see Ed show up yesterday?
I did. I went. That was what made my day better. I went to my buddy's house and we watched the pay-per-view.
Oh, you're talking about wrestling.
Yeah, Edge is now in AEW.
Yeah. Yam said, "Well, I saw it more from Philly fans than our fans feel, but yes, you're right. It wasn't showing emotion. I would complain too." Yeah, straight up. All right. Here's the second Morrow sack in the third. Just a couple more to go. All right. Let's go. Ball snapped. Pocket collapses. Sam breaks free, but he was just so flustered. He does a good job of stepping up in the pocket and getting out of the rush. Pocket collapses. Sam squeezes between Cosme and Wiley, but the middle linebacker comes up, or the safety, I don't know who that is, and then bam. At this point, right here, he was dead to rights.
Get to 82, man.
If that safety is a half second later, Terry's open right over the middle.
Yeah,
because look how he breaks. But by that point, boom, he's done.
It's already over. Yeah, tough one. That pocket closed quick. Look, I mean, let's say Sam didn't break out. Look how fast that pocket collapsed. Receivers were not even done running routes. The only people that got done, I mean, Gibson was open though, but I don't think he would have been able to see it right here. I don't know. Tough.
No, you're trying to get out of the way so you can see the receiver.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you. I do want to show B-Rob's run.
Can we also credit the escapability of Sam Howell? Because
it's a combat multiplier, as we say in the military. It just makes you that much more effective at your job. All right, this is B-Rob's 15-yard scamper.
Saw some vision on him out this one.
Pow. Pow, 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 pow. Look at that.
Look how quick that run play is. Why can't we just run plays like that instead of these slow developing things?
Everyone hit their blocks. Look at that.
Charles does a beautiful job.
Charles comes across and just
Charles has quickly become my favorite lineman, man.
Pops one. Look at that.
I can't believe I'm saying this.
Here's the thing: Sneak Charles as a run blocker is.
Gates did it too, though. Gates did his job too. Yeah. And look at Cosme getting to the second level. Cosme got to the second level. Look at that. Boom. Got to the second level, missed the block, but who cares?
And he got a body in front of a man. That counts.
And then
what's irritating, I think Robinson was supposed to cut that back outside those two receivers. He was blocking perfect, but he just ran it. I think he got tripped up and stumbled into the end zone. Like right there. I think he should have cut that out to the sideline. But hey,
the end result was the same, right?
Yeah, pay dirt.
Pay dirt. That's right. One more play, last one, and then we'll look at a couple charts. So this is the Jahan Dotson touchdown pass to come back and take it into OT. Here we go.
I had it before he cut. It was perfect, man.
It was an anticipatory throw. This is the throw that convinced me.
He almost got through.
Let's just talk about context here. Strategic context. We were down. We came back. He drove us down to the field. No time left. This was the last play of the game.
2 seconds.
You got to play all the marbles.
No, I don't. We went
the worst thing ever. It could have been the worst fucking shit ever.
The one over the middle, you mean?
No, yeah, because if he had caught the ball, it'd have been over. We had no timeout. It's like, why would you throw the ball 5 or 6 yards short of the end zone?
I know what he was doing there. He had nobody open. I'll pause it for a second. I'll explain that.
Throw it at the back of the end zone.
No, he was throwing it low because there was nobody else.
Man, that was almost caught, bro. If he had caught it, it'd been over. He tried to get his ball.
Do we have any timeouts left at this point?
No.
No, it's 0.
Yeah. There you go.
0 timeout.
And so look, he releases the ball before Jahan even makes his cut. The ball's out right there. It's already out. And then Jahan is still making his cut. And it is the most beautiful back shoulder anticipatory throw I've seen in a long time.
Absolute bullet too.
Right there, where only he could get it. It kind of reminded me of that play. You remember that play where Robert Griffin was rolling right and threw it to Santana Moss, and he turned around to the right and the ball was just sitting in his stomach. That's one of the, I mean, to me, that's Robert's best throw. It was only like 7 yards out, but it was a beautiful thing. This throw reminded me of that, but with more precision. And that took it to overtime. That was a great play. Then we get into the discussion about where we were. So we talked about, remember last week we talked about Sam's chart about where he was throwing from. There was no behind the line screens against Buffalo. Here's his new chart. Shout out to Next Gen Stats for this. Here's his chart yesterday: 29 for 41, 290, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Much more efficient. This is to me the epitome of the West Coast offense. Pass extension of the run. Now I was a little upset. We went 10 straight. You might want to run somewhere in there just to, keep them off balance. But Eric Bieniemy, I gotta defer to you.
Better game plan this time. Right?
Yeah,
we're running ball more early.
Yeah, and by the way, there was a point in time where we had run the ball like 17, 18 times, and we still only had 30, 35 yards because that defense was stifling against the run. The pass game was just, very good.
What pisses me off is there's 2 completions here that didn't happen. One was blown by the refs. That was the throw to Terry in overtime.
Yeah, that was one over here.
And then there was one to Pringle that he overthrew Pringle because Pringle stopped in the middle of his route for no reason.
Yeah. Or was that
There's also one Dotson dropped over the middle on 3rd down.
Yes, he sure did. That was a backbreaker.
Over the middle too, yeah.
That was a backbreaker. That was a rough one.
That puts him way over 300 yards at that point.
Yeah. That also keeps the chains moving, and they end up they got a touchdown because we ended up
right. And let's not forget that Gibson fumbles, right? That one drive.
Yeah, I don't know if that's on him, but
it doesn't matter. He recovers well, but then runs out of bounds.
But if he had no fumbled that ball, it was
nowhere
gone.
to go.
Yeah, I don't care. You keep that going because that would have burned Philly's last timeout.
And on top of that, if he had to fumble that ball, he was gone. There was no one up that sideline, man. That bought them time.
It doesn't mean they wouldn't be able to still rip off a yard of AJ Brown, but still, they would have had no timeouts going into their drive. That's all I'm saying. You gave them an extra timeout.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
fair enough.
And then B-Rob's. We'll look at AJ Brown's chart here, just so we can see when we talk about Emmanuel Forbes here and how the job he did or didn't do. Here's AJ Brown's chart. AJ Brown's a beast. I get it. He was 13 targets, 9 receptions, 175 yards, 2 touchdowns, 54 yards after the catch. I just wish that they would have did a little bit more to help him out on defense. Either switch him up. I get it. BSJ plays inside. Physically, he would have been the best matchup.
I don't know why they were on single coverage in overtime anyways on that dude, man.
Run a little bit of zone.
Now, let's keep in mind, too,
0 coverage.
2 of those 4 incompletions to Brown were pass breakups by Forbes.
Right. He should have had an interception on one of them.
It was tough. That was a tough one. I know what you're talking about.
In front of it like this right here, man.
Receiver played DB well on that, though.
Yeah. Okay. So that was the little film review. Do we need to do a recap here, fellas? We kind of know what happened. Do we need to go through the drives at all?
No.
Good. Okay. Let's push on. All right. Stock up, stock down. Dev, let's go with you. Give us a stock up and then stock down, then we'll hit some comments here.
Stock up will go to Hal going from Glock dookie to good.
MVP. MVP.
Yeah, he said, yeah. Stock down. I'm gonna give it to Forbes, man.
Okay.
And everybody has a bad game. It could go, corners are susceptible to him more than anyone. There's going to be nights like this for him. He's going to get burned. It happens.
Yeah.
Sauce Gardner gets burned every now and then, man. Deion Sanders got burned.
Trevon Diggs too, man. Look at him. It's a home run type of quarterback.
Yeah, it happens. But you don't want to be the guy at the game on the line. All the big plays happen on you. You don't want that to happen.
No.
I wish the coach would have helped him out a little bit more. But if they trust him, that says a lot to me. If you trust him, while I think right now Juiced and Fuller are playing at such a high level at corner right now, man, it did not make sense for me. I think if that had been the end of the year and we had seen more of this kid to justify that,
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. But for them to say, hey, man, let's just his third game, fourth game out there, let's put him on one of the top 10 receivers in the league, man, alone most of the game. I'm like, what are you thinking? We didn't even do it with Josh Norman. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't even do it with those guys, man. The guys has proven it. Got a defensive MVP. We just handed the guy. I guess, man. That's my stock upside down, though.
All right, that's fair. A couple comments here. Yam says, I just want to know when all the puzzle pieces, all the facets of the game, and the team will just work and we fully control a game start to finish. Yes, you always want that complete game. We get about 2 a year roundabouts. It's never it can never be easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish it could be, but it's never easy. Yam also says, Andrew Wiley allowed 7 pressures yesterday, 5 hurries, a quarterback hit, and a sack of Sam Howell, not to mention his penalties again. Yeah, some of his penalties were back-breaking. Marcus says Fletcher Cox was a beast. Yam says it was a bullet to Dotson. It was a dot to Dotson. And Marcus says, if that last drive doesn't make you think Sam Howell's a potential franchise quarterback, nothing will. That's all I'm saying. That's it. That's the one. Samuel Devontae Howell. He did it. That was the one.
Devontae back.
So many people on Twitter when you said that, Steve.
Turn Devontae back.
Yeah, people are like, what? Devontae? Where'd you get Devontae from? And I'm just like, clearly you don't watch this show.
You should be watching the podcast.
We call him Samuel Devontae Howell over here.
You got the Devontae back.
Yes, he lost Devontae for a week.
Here's the thing. I don't think he has a middle name.
No, it's Devontae. It's Devontae, bro.
We gave him Devontae.
No, that's his middle name. I didn't give you that to him. That's his middle name. That's his real middle name, Devontae.
It is Devontae. Yeah. Now everyone knows Samuel Devontae. Phil, stock up, stock down.
All right, I'm not going to go with Howell because, first of all, my stock wasn't down on him like everybody else had him after last week because he's still a rookie quarterback basically. So I'm going to go different. Stock up, Terry McLaurin.
Okay.
Terry McLaurin, 10 targets, 8 catches, 86 yards, kept the chains moving on many plays.
Got a touchdown you actually needed, so it wasn't a turnover either.
So this is a case of Terry owns Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I said this a bunch of times. Just say Terry owns Philly. He just does.
And how many times, Phil, have over the last 3 games, we're just like, man, Terry needs more targets. Terry needs more targets. Terry needs more targets. And then bam.
He got him.
There it is.
He just needed to be open. The plays didn't be there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like he was the only one who got a bunch of targets because Dotson got 9 and Samuel got 8.
Yeah.
So look, Sam, unlike our quarterback for half of last year, Sam looks for the wide receivers.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Running backs.
41 pass attempts, right?
Yeah.
And 27 of them went to wide receivers. Well, went to 3 wide receivers. I didn't even count the fact that 3 more went to De'Ami Brown and 2 went to Pringle.
That's right.
So everybody was getting a chance. And by the way, Pringle's catch on 3rd down to set 4th and short.
Beautiful ball. Beautiful ball.
That was a beautiful ball by Sam, right in his gut. Then he made his play. Stock down. And this is, I'm only saying for this game, because I'll get crucified otherwise. Deron Payne.
Yeah.
Was nowhere to be found. He had a pass defense on the stat sheet. That's it. No tackles, no sacks, no forced fumbles, no nothing. Just a pass defense. He had a tip ball. That was it. All game. He needed to get more pressure up the middle.
Yeah.
That would have definitely helped. Hurts, yes, Hurts can run. But you can mitigate quarterbacks running when you put the pressure up the middle. And he wasn't getting it. Allen did all right. Payne just didn't seem to be getting it. I guess maybe they were focusing the double teams on him.
Yeah.
But
okay, fair. Yam says stock up, Sam, stock down, Wiley can't get any lower, and Sweat. No show against two good teams in a row. Each.
yeah, I can't go stock down on somebody whose stock value is literally less than penny stock.
It's free. Marcus says stock up, Sam Howell, Eric Bieniemy, stock down, Wiley and Bieniemy for keeping the story. So Bieniemy got it twice. He got the stock up and the stock down. Terrence says stock up, Howell, stock down, Jack Del Rio. Yep. Yam says I would say stock down Jack Del Rio, but I've never liked him. So for me,
it's like that one that comedian, what's his name? He said, "Take my right tackle, please." Oh.
Yeah. My stock up, I'm gonna say Curtis Samuel. I like Curtis Samuel, but I always wonder like what value is he serving after this year? What are we really doing with Curtis Samuel? I mean, and then he just continues to just be consistent every game. He's getting about 5 to 4, anywhere from 4 to 6 catches for 50 to for 70, whatever. The dude has just been Mr. Reliable.
He had 7 catches yesterday.
That's what I'm saying.
Catches yesterday.
And personally, I feel bad that I kind of not doubted him, but I just kind of didn't think of him as a factor. I really thought it would be the Jahan and Terry show, and it's been Curtis. So for me, it's a personal thing. Stock up Curtis Samuel. I am just loving everything I see with this dude, man. It's been great. Stock down, I'm going to say Jack Del Rio. Like everyone else said, the entire defense, you put Forbes out there on an island. You did nothing to help him. You didn't switch Fuller and Forbes. You could have put Forbes on, the 165-pound Devontae Smith. It would have been a much more even coverage, and put Fuller on Brown. It would have been much more even that way. I mean, I don't know what Forbes weighs. His combine weight was 166. For some reason on the Commanders homepage, he's listed at 180. I don't know who gains 14 pounds between the draft and opening day, but we'll take the median.
That's not that hard with today's nutrition.
Probably, but I'll say the truth lies in the middle. Let's just say 175. Either way, Brown's 226, 6'2", 6'3". So that's still almost a 60-pound difference.
That's just St. Juice. That realistically, here's the thing. I think they wanted to put speed on speed.
That's fine, but even when they go 3, St. Juice always is in the slot. He's never on the outside when there's 3 cornerbacks on the field. So that you can't put him on Brown. So it's either
you could have put Fuller on him. He's been playing better than everybody.
That's what I'm saying. Fuller's the best cornerback on this team right now. So
yeah, but until today, Devontae Smith was the best wide receiver for Philadelphia.
Now he's just the fastest.
Maybe that's
one crazy pass on us too.
He has had a better season than AJ Brown until yesterday.
Yeah, man. Maybe that's what they were deferring to, and they thought.
Yeah, but after you seen Forbes get hit like 4 or 5 times and busted up, switch it, man. Like it ain't like it was like all of a sudden he caught a pass on him. He was eating his ass up all night. All night.
I'm going to give a little bit of bail to Forbes on this knockdown because he came up on several short passes and run plays and was making hits. So I'm not going to get mad.
He just had a bad day cover.
He didn't let getting burnt get in his head about doing his job. Yeah. He was still out there balling. His 2 pass defenses came in the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
All right. So it's not like I like that about the kid. All right. That play got burned. On to the next one.
He got burned about 4 or 5 times.
On to the next one. I'm going to give him that. I like that. I like the fact that he's got that mindset, very Sam Howell-like in that sense. I like the mindset of he never seemed to let it get into his head. He was
I don't know, man. He was crying after the game. Sam Howell didn't cry after them 4 interceptions, bro.
That's not, all right. Well, Sam Howell
mindset, man.
As I said on Twitter, Sam Howell, the Iceman throweth. But okay, Forbes is an emotional dude, but when he's on the field, he's still pushing out the effort. Different people respond differently to these things. Sometimes you gotta get emotional, get it out, and then move. I'd rather he'd be crying on the sidelines than on the field.
Yeah,
man. I mean, it's all good. I'm not angry at it.
You'll be all right. You learn.
Yeah. You tough, right?
Yeah.
Corners get burned every day. B.
I don't see AJ Brown going off for 175 yards on us next time.
Yeah, if they got Forbes on him, you might see it.
I do want to take this time to show this from Barstool. They said, how is this even real? The ball hasn't even been snapped yet. And the whole both
Dickerson,
sides are moving. Both sides are moving, and they called nothing.
yeah,
The
but
center's moving. We're moving. We're across the line.
we're
They're
moving
across the
because he
line.
moved. That's a false start. That's an offside. We're moving in reaction.
But this was the play where Duran's hand was under the ball, and he was his helmet was over the ball. So you have that, and the fact that the center, who I guess that's the center, launched without the ball even. I don't know, man.
Guard. It was Dickerson.
The guard, the rest were just.
This guy Dickerson is he's booty cheeks. That's why he's got to cheat on every play. He got hit with penalties for holding and for lining up off sides on the same formation before. And they just kept letting him do that. Like I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. And yeah, so they got to stop playing 20 yards off when they need only like 5 to 10 to get in field goal range.
Yeah,
that's so frustrating.
It looked like if you watched it came over, it looks like they were sitting on that comeback route, like they had seen something. They were sitting on that comeback route every time. You know what I'm saying? But then that's when he got caught those 2 or 3 times with a double move on a comeback. They fake the comeback and go. Yeah. And he got burnt every time on it, man. Like every time. You never.
You saw late in the game, Forbes was always playing the over the top on Brown.
Right.
Yeah.
Now it worked when he did that.
Yeah, but he was playing over the top on him, but he was doing that comeback on him. He was catching underneath, and then he like the 2 or 3 times he faked underneath and he catch him. You know, and I'm like, dude, they gonna come back to that, and they did, and they won because of it. The exact same play, man. The same play, the exact same setup. 2 receivers on one side, isolation Brown on the right, dog. He's either gonna do a comeback or a fake comeback and go. It's every time, and I'm like, if I know it sitting at home at 46 years old, they ain't playing no football since
y'all gotta know it. Y'all gotta know it, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta know this shit, bro. Like that's what bothered me. And I feel like Jack probably told him. I don't feel like Jack didn't tell him that.
Yeah.
And that's why you got the stock down, man.
Yeah.
Like, give up the 6 yards, bro.
That's right. Christian G. Yards. Thank you for tuning in from YouTube. Says, I wonder if they're going to re-sign Curtis Samuel.
Well, no way. And I'm not saying it because he's not deserving. I'm saying it because I'm gonna go ahead and go to this list of it, man. Right on defense alone, Chase Young, Montez Sweat.
You don't need both of them. You do not need both of them.
Fuller, Forrest, Cam Curl, Barton. Those are free agents, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that's 5 or 6, and Reeves also an All-Pro guy. Reeves also free agent. That's like 6 or 7 guys who play starter minutes that are free agents on defense alone. So I don't think so. Not for his market value. If he takes a pay cut, perhaps, but not at market value. He's going to be worth more than $5-6 million a year that they're going to be able to offer.
Yeah, I mean, if there's no demand for him, at least for the amount of money that he wants, I'd be nice.
He'll want more than the $12 million he's getting now.
That exactly. He's going to want an upgrade. I don't think that's possible. I think Curtis Samuel will go a lot more places and get a lot more run. Even though he's our number 1 receiver right now, honestly, for better or for worse. But I think that Curtis Samuel will go somewhere and be a featured player in another offense. Honestly, so he isn't ours though. It's hard to say that shit.
Here are the free agents for next year for the Commanders. So we got Samuel, Fuller, Chase, Jacoby, Barton, Cornelius, Lucas, Sweat, Reeves, F.A. Obata, Galik, A.G., Sadiq, Cam Curl.
Yeah, it's more irritating to know that you got a guy like Sadiq been here for 4 years and didn't do shit
till now.
All of a sudden this contract year you're going to play him. Yeah. Like it's really just it almost pisses me off that I think I said this on the first part of the year that it pisses me off that we have a coach that is in charge of personnel. You got 7 or 8 starters and free agent the same year, man. Like why aren't any of these deals get made before? So we'd have to all get them all in at the same time.
Well, didn't Sadiq get injured? He got injured on his 3rd play. He was out for a whole year.
Yeah, injured every year.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't draft tackles that play guard every year anyway. Draft the fucking guard that plays guard.
Yep.
Draft the
Jim
tackle
says the roster's going to be different next year. That's why we're going to have a good season to build off now. And Samuel will go to Philly. They never seem to have salary issues as they should. Yep.
I've already told you this, man.
Salary cap
if we suck this year, dog, next year is going to be the worst season in Washington Commanders history, dog. I'm letting you know now. If we don't go to the playoffs this year, next season is going to be the worst season imaginables. Everyone's going to go. Everyone's leaving, dog.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Don't finish good enough to be the 16th overall pick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, man. If we win 7-something games, between 7 and 9 games, if we barely make or miss the playoffs, we'll be in the 11 to 15 draft range, dog. Yep. And then guess what? We're gonna suck
back in the
next
same
year.
spot. Yep. All right, let's go good, bad, ugly, great. I'll start with this one. My good, I'm gonna say Eric Bieniemy. I was having some frustration with him after the Buffalo game, and I was having some frustrations early on. I mean, not early on, around the end of the second, going into the third when the offense stalled, and then he just came back and figured it out. So he gets my good. The bad, special teams. Tress Way, terrible. Tress Way picked the worst day to have the worst game of his career. This worst game he's ever played in Washington. I think he was averaging like 32 yards a punt on like 5 punts. That's horrendous. He averaged 5 punts, 42.6 yards. And I think 2 of those were underneath 35 yards. And he picked the worst time to have like the worst punt of his career. He punted it like 30 yards when we needed it to him to pin them deep. So yeah, the bad special teams gets a bad because that combined with Cheeseman doing what he's been doing. Ugly, I'm gonna say we talked about it. Forbes in the defense, no surprise there. Great, Sam Howell. No more needs to be said. The kid's showing resiliency and just my guy. Deb, let's go with you next. Good, bad, ugly, great.
Good. A lot of good, actually, but I'm going to be good. It would be the play calling by the offensive coordinator, Eric Bieniemy, will be our good. Bad would be, it seemed like every third down we were getting rushed, and the 5 sacks would be the bad.
Yep.
Ugly would be getting your ass beat like a drum at corner.
Oh.
Great would be Hal.
All right. There you go, Phil.
Got alcoholic beverage here, a little vodka and pineapple juice.
Yeah, we'll get the howl in. We'll also follow it up with the howlitzer. So we're gonna be doing a lot of that here in the future. All right. Real quick before we get to Phil said good, Terry, bad, Jack Del Rio scheme, ugly, Wiley, great, Sam. Christian said it's hard to get mad at Tress, but he definitely had his worst game. It's just the timing. Just like Leno's not the worst tackle, but his timing is just bad. But Leno's been playing well. Phil, go ahead. Good, bad, ugly, great.
Good. Sam Howell and the offense. More Sam Howell than anything, but even though the running game wasn't necessarily getting great yards per carry, there was movement. The ball was there was a lot of moving forward. We have got to get away. By the way, side note, we have got to get away from these slow developing run plays.
Yeah, run plays or pass plays.
We just line Sam up under center. The play action works beautifully because the quick runs, we just turn around, hand the ball off, and by the way, Brian Robinson should never run off tackle ever again. If he bounces it out to outside, it's one thing. Don't design him to go outside because he gets nothing. Yeah. All right, keep it between the tackles, and he's much more effective. And you can run very quick play action off of that. Now, but still, good. We put up what somewhere close to 400 yards of offense. Yeah, you can't complain. Sam Howell looked
4 touchdowns, no turnovers.
No turnovers. Terry falling on that fumble in the end zone.
Phil, this is B-Rob's chart, which I did have. I never showed it. He did bounce. He did break 3 outside of tackles. But
is that his first game under 50 yards?
No. But look. Yeah, it's his first game in like 10 games. But if you look, the one outside there is over 5 yards. That's outside.
Yeah,
the touchdown was in between the tackles.
Correct.
The other over 5-yard gains between the tackles.
Yep.
Look at all that stuff wide, especially to the right, Wiley. Nothing.
Yeah, the right side, it just looks like a
somebody needs to ask coach, man, why are you playing the backup, man? Like, what would you have to lose?
You mean Wiley versus
Trent Scott?
No, Cornelius Lucas.
Or Lucas.
Yeah,
or
like why isn't he playing? Like, what
Sean
is going on?
Shears.
Dude says, thank you, Phil. That wide stretch zone hasn't worked all year. Yeah, hasn't worked either.
That's because Robinson didn't have vision.
Shout out to Deuce. Please make sure you go check out Deuce for Red Zone in the Lab, RedZoneInTheLab.com.
I don't think Robinson has as good a vision as the other two running backs, man. I think he's a better running back as far as running, but I don't think like between tackles.
His vision between tackles and making cutbacks is good. It's when they run him wide intentionally that it's just like because they'll run those stretch zones. They'll run zone. They'll run like a shotgun with an RPO or a run designed to look like RPO, and it just takes forever. It's like 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Up now he's getting up to the line of scrimmage and everybody's already filled the gap.
Yeah.
But anyway,
you get your great.
Drew Lock is terrible, by the way.
Bad. I haven't gotten to the bad yet.
Oh damn!
I was talking about all the stuff because I was like, but I can't. Despite all that, we ran a lot more play action. Good. We established more run early. Good. Offense. Good. The bad was we could not stop their deep passing game for crap.
Yeah.
No, only one guy. We couldn't stop one guy for crap. Like the other
Adams was kept to
10 yards. He just had a bomb that was like just a great catch, and it's a debatable catch. It was
debatable.
It was a great catch though. He gets one of those a game. But
that ball hit the ground, but no one wants.
Yeah, I think it hit the ground too, but it's one of them.
Yeah, his arm was under one side of the ball, and the other side of the ball was tipping the ground.
Yeah, I agree. Drew Lock through
the ground just got just the tip. Just the tip.
Just the tip, man. Sometimes all we need.
Just the tip is all you need. Incomplete.
Right.
Ugly was the officiating.
Yeah.
This
was a horribly officiated game.
It just wasn't consistent. I mean, we got so lucky with not lucky as in it wasn't called. I mean, the Eagles got called for a crap, shit ton of stuff. We got called for some non-call things. And how many times did we get saved on third down with a penalty?
Twice.
Twice? Okay. It was at least 2.
Yeah. But I mean, there was some legitimate stuff there too. But these refs were absolute. Like I guess because you gotta realize the NFC East is always gonna be a dogfight. Get better refs.
Yeah.
No matter how good or bad the teams are, it's always a dogfight. Dogfight matches need good officiating. We saw it last season against the Giants. We saw it this season against the Eagles. Give us better refs. Roger Goodell, get us better refs.
An F-14 against 5th gen fighters.
Hey, it worked.
Then it's a dogfight. Not the plane, it's the pilot, Mav. Then it's a dogfight. All right. Give us your great feel.
If you have not seen this game, but if you have not seen a movie, by the way,
great movie. Go see Top Gun Maverick, please.
It's probably the best movie of last year.
Go see it.
Anyway.
No way. Not better than Everything Everywhere All at One Time. No way.
That movie is overrated. But anyway, we'll talk about that on another podcast. Great. And I'm going to always say this. The fight. This team does not quit. That is a staple of this team under
they don't give up.
They don't quit. They don't give up. They fight. And we have won so many games and made non-competitive games very competitive because we fight. Don't always win, but we fight.
This is Sparta!
Yeah, good call.
This Spartans got their ass kicked, but it was
but they fought.
They fought some niggas and they whooped their ass. Niggas, you can't fight Persians.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in. Said off the class. Have a good rest of the show.
Nobody wants to say it, man. Xerxes was a nigga. Xerxes was the man, dog. I was saying
generous.
I
He
was
a
rooting for the
generous
Persians.
God.
I was like, yeah, come on, niggas.
A race war.
Get the fuck out of these niggas wearing dresses and shit. Whoop their ass. That's what I was hoping for.
All right, let's get into game balls. Game balls. Phil, we'll start with you since we just ended with you.
I'm going to take the easy route on this one.
Do it.
Sam Howell gets the offensive game ball.
Right.
That's us making the Red Wolves extinct. I'm such an ass. But anyway, now on defense, a little harder to do, but on defense, I'm going to give it to Chase Young.
Oh, okay.
Chase Young spent a lot of time in the backfield flushing Hurts out of the pocket. He did get a sack. He only had 2 tackles.
That's
and
fair.
one he only had 2. I'm sorry, he had 2 solo tackles, 1 assist, 3 total. But he did have a sack with a 5-yard loss. But I have to point out that he was getting pressure. Sweat was almost non-existent when it came to pressure.
Yeah.
In fact, Sweat had 2 tackles, and that was it the whole game. But Young was spending a lot of time in that backfield, forcing runs back inside, forcing Hurts out the pocket. Young was there. Didn't necessarily show up all in the stat sheet.
1.5, right? 1.5.
He had 1 sack.
1 sack.
But Young's back. He's got 3 sacks in 3 games, people.
Take it. We will take it.
He keeps up. Remember I said I hope he comes back. He plays 16 games and he has 16 sacks. He's on pace for that, people.
Yeah. Ryan from YouTube, Ryan Elias, thank you for tuning in. Says, good B-Rob running hard, running over fools, bad Wiley, ugly DBs for this game. Great play calling and Logan making big catches. That's right. Dave from Facebook said, anyone with trust for the game ball? That's
can we also make a note? Honorary game ball to Logan Thomas.
That
dude always takes a hit going over the middle. Then I'm like,
please, he can't take much more.
I'm like, this dude's about to get his career ended on one of these.
Yeah. Dev, who you got for your game balls?
I'm gonna go with Samuel as a getting the offensive game. By the way, he had 7 grabs.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with Samuel's, man. Consistent, professional, runs crisp routes. You can use him in all kinds of different ways. It's a true Swiss Army knife. So I'm going with him. On defense, I would have picked Chase, man. I'm going to do somebody different because you picked him. So I'm going to go with Fuller.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Vontae Smith is a dope receiver. He's super fast. He makes high point grabs at such a small frame. It's kind of every time he does it, you're amazed. But he seemed to hold him pretty good. Would he catch like 2 or 3 catches the whole game?
Who? Devontae?
Devontae had 7 for 71, but you got to think a lot of those yards came on one play.
Yeah, like 60 of it came on one play.
He kept Devontae Smith locked down on a lot of short plays, mitigating his yards.
I'm gonna definitely get those are my game balls.
Okay, fair. Ryan says game balls, receiving core, they all made great plays. Jahan struggled, made a big play. Pringle, Samuel, Terry Brown all made great catches. Reminds me of the Chiefs spread offense.
Miami Brown's got to find a way to come up with some of those passes, man.
Yeah, he does.
I understand that might have been a little overthrown. It might have been a little overthrown, but man, you gotta quit slowing down on the routes because I can tell the speed he runs the route after to the end to him versus. No, there was one to Miami Brown.
Yeah, one over the middle.
Yeah, he dove and they hit his fingertips, man.
Dave says Kendall's a good one. Good call. For me, my offensive game ball is going to go to Logan Thomas. Phil, you guys mentioned honorable mention. 3 catches, 49 yards, just taking hits out. I cringed so bad when he took that hit over the middle. He got right back up. And it was a clutch
y'all
catch,
wanted another tight end, bro, and I didn't.
We have Cole Turner. I mean,
also another free agent.
Thomas.
Thomas.
Logan.
Yeah.
Logan Thomas is a free agent. Is he really?
Is he going to be going next year too? Is he?
I didn't see him on the list. I think he has 1 more year. I didn't see him on the list. So defensive game ball to me goes to one Cameron J. Curl.
That was the other one I was thinking of.
12 tackles, 1 sack. The dude was just flying all over the place. He just does what he does. He played a solid game just like he always does. He rarely has a bad game.
He is a disruptor.
Yeah.
Did Quan Martin play? Or what his name is?
I think he had an illness or something, didn't he?
That's the last game.
He was on the roster. He did not. I don't think he played. He had no stat.
Man, why the fuck do we keep drafting dudes in the second round, bro?
I don't know.
Why the fuck do we keep doing this? Why don't we have a tackle? We keep drafting tackles that play guard and drafting dudes that don't play.
Yeah. No idea. No idea. Dave said, was Emmanuel the only DB that got crushed the whole game? Yeah, he did. And they didn't do anything to help him. They did nothing to help him.
Yeah.
I mean,
swap
Devontae
coverages.
Smith had a long catch, but there was a circus catch.
But that was also on Forbes.
That was on was that on Forbes? Yeah, but Forbes,
Yeah.
here's the
But
thing.
that
I
was
still
just a
think that
great
was
catch,
incomplete.
Phil. Just like you said. That you
might
could
not
get a
have
catch
been-
that on anybody. That was just a phenomenal catch. It is what it is.
You can't stop that.
Yeah.
Especially when they kind of gift them the completion when I'm like,
Yeah.
ball. That was
What
that
can you do?
ball was around.
Yep.
But
So yeah. So now, without any further ado, it is time for Dev and his Glock Dookie Award. All right, Dev. Who's giving the Glock Dookie Award
Easy Forbes gets dark.
for week 4?
Hey, it's only for
It's always an easy thing. Yeah, last week
it's
was
easy
Sam,
pick,
no
man.
question.
When you get burnt, you get beat like you owed him money. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
got beat like a 1950s housewife that chicken was cold when her husband got off of work. That's how you got beat, bro.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have said that, but that's how he got beat.
You know,
It's
we
he got
give
beat
we give
he got
away
beat like a
the
black, he got beat like a kid in the ghetto in the 1900s.
we
That's
give
how he got
away the
beat.
Glock Dookie, Dev.
He
We
got
might
beat
have
like
to start
Rodney King.
giving the Moxie back out.
Oh, the Moxie Awards.
We did that at the end of the year, but we might have to you might have to start giving the Moxie out weekly, man. I don't know.
But you get the Glock Dookie Award for us, man. You know, you give up, you get burnt up for 2 or 3 touchdowns, man.
You know what? Wear it
What
with
if
the
you
badge of
burn
honor.
multiple sacks and a ton of pressures, and you can't run block?
What's
Oh, you
that?
mean the one Mr.
Andrew Wiley.
Andrew
Yeah, I mean that's cool.
Andrew
But
Norman Wiley?
I could have given it to Wally, but Wally didn't give up 2 or 3 touchdowns. Like block. I mean,
He
how you
prevents
doing?
them.
I mean, we knew Wiley was bad, right?
Yeah, we knew Wally.
No, we didn't. That's a crazy thing. He started in Kansas City.
He's got a ring. He's
The
got
good
a
thing,
Super Bowl ring.
well, he got cut in Kansas City too, or didn't get picked
Yeah.
back up. However you want to look at that.
Yeah.
And
Ryan
they
said
offensive
it
tackles
may
don't
be
look good
harsh.
either.
He had a good game, but Gibby dropping a sweep toss that could have been a touchdown. Yeah. Terrence said skinny Batman. I don't know if he's talking about Smith or Forbes. That's a nickname for one of those dudes.
Man,
Skinny Batman.
I like Forbes, man. I think I think he's going to end up being one of the better corners in the league, man. He's going to go through it. He had to take his licks. Just
Yeah.
shouldn't have had to take them yesterday. I mean,
Keep on,
not that many
keep on
times,
ticking.
man. He got beat like a drum, man.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. It's cool though. I'm still a fan of Forbes. I don't think that diminishes our love for him on this show, anyways. We're all Forbes fans here. We're excited to have him on the team. It's just, hey, the Glock Dookie Award has to go to somebody, man. And if you play the worst, you're going to get the award. Hey, Hal's probably one of our favorite players on the team.
He's got
2
one.
of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He might get another one, but it's going to be easy for a quarterback to get them.
It
You know
is.
what I'm saying? With that,
It's a
line,
badge of
gonna be
honor.
easy.
It's a badge of honor.
Yeah, man. You got to play in order to get the award. It's like the lottery. You got to play to win.
Yeah.
But you got to lose to get it, probably. You
Although
gotta-
I'm sure it's possible to get a Glock Dookie and not play because we've seen crazier
Shotgun.
things happen.
I gotta get one. I almost gave it to this woman. I don't know. There's a woman on there. I think it was Mary something, man. But I watched the news today, and she went to jail because her daughter and her got in an argument. Her daughter was like 10, and she threw a bag of frozen chicken and hit her in the thigh, and her daughter called the cops. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, man? If I knew you could call the cops on your parents for hitting you with a bag of frozen chicken, my mom would have been under the prison, dog. You used to get women with fly swatters, wooden spoons, belts, jelly shoes, hands, you know the trauma that goes through a kid's head when he goes outside his house to pick his own switch. to come back in with it. You know, you tell your kid, go outside and get his own tool you're going to beat his ass with. You know the fucking mental hang up you have for that, man?
Yeah.
Like if you got, and I went to high school, I mean, not high school, but elementary, back when teachers could whoop your ass. And then when you got a whooping at school, you got another one at home. Like, you know, that's normal. So I call that discipline. I guess in 2023, these pussies call it, you know, assault. You know what I'm saying? But she is no longer allowed to be around her kids. So that's who I was going to give the Glock Dookie Award, but I didn't know if y'all heard that story or not. I'm like, that's crazy.
So apparently Ryan Elias is not a Funk Flex fan.
Funkmaster Flex says Forbes got beat like a kid wearing lugs. Saying,
man, you got like on Atlanta when dude tried to wear that fucking FUBU shirt and it was fake.
Yeah,
that's he got beat like he was wearing a fake FUBU shirt.
I had a pair of lugs back in the day. Thank you very much.
Everybody did.
Them things are dope.
Hey, look,
I had the black. I had the black lugs though.
I don't know if Denny remembers this, Phil. But I had a roommate in college named was Marcus. He's still a good friend of mine. We ran track together. And like the last day of school, you know, everybody gets their money back for the books they sell back. You know what I'm saying? So everybody got like weed money and alcohol money, and there ain't no classes and everybody's hype. So he goes to Marshall's and he comes back in the dorm so excited. Oh man, they got Tim's half off. They got Tim's half off. I bought 2 pairs. I said, let me see them. He opened a box and there were shoes that had the words TIMS on the front.
Oh no!
Oh my God, bro! I cried.
Oh,
like
no.
We're 40 something now, man. Each man. This was like in fucking 2000 or 1990s.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And man, we were. I to this day, if he's in the room, we bring it up. I cry every time. It's so funny, man, because he was so. It was like the Christmas story when dude got the fucking gun for Christmas. He was so fucking excited. Yeah. Oh, they got Tim's. He opened them up. It had TIM apostrophe S. He even had a fake ass tree. It looked like the Charlie Brown Christmas tree on the front of the.
Pathetic sapling.
That reminds me of the guy who comes up on the dude with the fake Jordans on the bike. He's like, "Who's that coming off the pick and roll?"
One of those. One of those was my favorite.
Move.
By the way, the Giants are terrible, man. If we don't beat the Giants this year, man, oh my God.
The Bears are terrible. We don't win Thursday.
We better. I mean, here's the thing. I don't have Amazon Prime TV, so I'm actually going to go to a bar and watch this game.
It's the blackout game, right? I think Thursday's the blackout game.
Yeah, but
I'll send you a link, bro.
No. Blackout is in. They're wearing black jerseys. They want the fans to wear black jerseys. Yeah, I wear my
the black album and I back out it. Hey, yeah. I'm going to go with. I'm sorry, there's vodka in here. I'm pretty fucked up. I've been drinking this the whole show.
It's water.
That's all right, Deb. You've been entertaining.
It's pineapple juice and vodka in there. Man.
Ryan Elias said that back in the day he used to rock Carl Kanai and Sean John.
I still got a really nice Sean John.
Don't say that's ghetto at its best.
I got some Rockaway shirts.
If you want to talk about real ghetto, your boy over here had 555 soul.
Bro, I got it. If you go on the Warren County jail site and look at my mugshots, there's a picture of me in a boss
We had that picture somewhere.
Yeah, it's a boss equipment shirt. I bring it up all the time. I got like a boss equipment shirt. That's how long ago.
Yeah.
I'm never going to jail again.
We need to put that up as a thumbnail for one of the shows. Dev's mugshot.
Terrence says subscribe, hit that like button. And yes, thank you, Terrence. You joined us last week. Just to recap our predictions, I said 17-27 Eagles. Phil had 26-16 Eagles. Dev had 28-17 Eagles. Terrence had 35-14 Eagles. And Yam had 30-20 Eagles. Those were all the predictions we had on Thursday.
Yeah, Terrence had no faith in us, bro.
At least all our scores were a little bit closer. Yeah, so that's fun. Awesome show. # fly Eagles fly. We only let you get away with that because you're a friend, brother. We appreciate you.
You can fly at your own net.
I had Denny here, man.
Come on down to DC.
Every time he's watched the game with me, we've lost. I need to quit doing it every time.
Change it up, dude.
I've been friends with this guy since college, man, and we watch literally at least once a year. We watch the games together. Every time he's here to watch the game, we lose. Every time he doesn't show up, we win.
You can watch now. You just have to change the location now.
I don't watch games out of my house, man. But I'm not.
Tell him don't come over.
Yeah, I'm not inviting him over. I told him 29. It's his birthday and everything, dog.
Oh, that's funny.
His birthday's over. He can go.
That's right. Well, we want to thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to everyone that jumped in the comments tonight. Terrence, Ryan, Dave, Yam, Marcus, Christian, even Dev jumped in the comments there for a hot second. Deuce from Red Zone in the Lab, redzonelab.com.
Fucking up everybody's money.
Yeah. Thank you for all tuning in. There's some football going on right now for the record. We got live score right now is 14-3 Seattle at the half, I think.
Yes, Walker just got me some points for my fantasy team.
I need Kenneth Walker and I need DK Metcalf to score, and then I think I get a bunch of money. Who scored so far? Did those guys score? Don't tell me. I got a 4-leg parlay.
14-3 scored.
Kenneth Walker anytime.
He scored.
Touchdown. I got Seattle winning. And Kenneth Walker needs to get 75 yards rushing, which is hopefully close.
Dude.
And then DK Metcalf needs 75 yards passing. So that pays out $250.
I got about 5. I got a 5 parlay thing, man. The only ones I need left is Geno getting over 200 yards and them getting over 20 points or 23 points. That's bullshit, man. Geno ain't gonna play. So,
yeah.
Yesterday I missed that $1,000 one, man, by Tua not getting 2 touchdowns. All I needed was 2 passing touchdowns, man.
All I know is that Aaron Scherer is sweating because I'm about to take this game from him.
Oh, sorry, look at those fans.
Because Seattle's up 14-3. They're going to be running the ball, and I got Kenneth Walker.
Oh, yeah. You're good. I need Kenneth Walker to 75 yards. I already got Kenneth Walker and DK. I already won $60 tonight. But if I can get these cats to get 75 yards, Kenneth Walker and DK Metcalf to get 75 yards each, I'll cash out.
Who are you playing today?
I'm playing you, Dev. I think.
He with my ass. 126.
You know what's crazy is that this game wouldn't even be close if I had played Nico Collins.
Yeah.
I left 41 points by him on our bench.
CJ Stroud is going to be a good quarterback.
Waller just caught a 75-yard touchdown. They called it back. No one Waller. It was on Seattle. That's the other guy. I'm sorry.
Ryan said, y'all think Bears offense has opened up after this last game? Maybe, but it's not consistent enough.
They played against Denver.
Who knows?
They played against Denver, right?
Yeah.
We put 30 on him.
Yeah, but Denver was up, or I'm sorry, Chicago was up 28-3. Denver came back and won.
Yeah.
Denver pulled an us.
I mean, it got so bad. Chase Claypool is suspended from the team because he's so upset with how bad the team's playing. He's literally suspended because he publicly clowned his team. You don't do that. So they suspended him.
They were trying to get him out of there anyways because he had a.
So
they were having problems with him in the offseason.
Hold on. So their best wide receiver won't even be playing against us.
He's not their best wide receiver.
I mean, this could always be a few day suspension. They're like,
who's the best wide receiver on the Bears?
They got the dude from Carolina. That's it. But he's not even start.
They have Chase Claypool, Darnell Mooney, and they picked up Moore.
Moore Mooney start.
Oh yeah,
DJ Moore.
Claypool doesn't start.
Go to him, hit Lyman in the heads.
Claypool doesn't start. He's been in the doghouse all year. They thought about benching him or cutting him at the beginning of the year because he wasn't doing nothing. Like he was barely. They're showing him loafing through practice and shit. It was like a whole problem. Like the coach was having with him.
By the way, did y'all see that? By the way, DJ Moore is streaking across the middle, going to catch a ball for first down. Here goes Justin Fields, throws the ball and just strikes a lineman in the back of the head. And the lineman was just sitting still. But y'all told me, and I said y'all, I'm talking about social media. Justin Fields is it. He's the man. And he told me this for 2 years.
I like Justin Fields.
He's the man.
Wasn't his fault they lost yesterday?
The same people were trying to tell me how it wasn't. We should get Heineke back.
Hey, Justin Fields, it wasn't his fault they lost yesterday. They're showing it now on the prom.
Yeah.
That fumble for interception, that fumble for a touchdown definitely was his fault, though. He did the game-losing game. Russell Wilson's 21-28 that game, 3 touchdowns, by the way.
All of his games are like that, Dev. Every one of his games are efficient like that. Look at his numbers. That's his numbers, but he finds a way to lose every time.
I still take Kurt. He finds a way to lose every time too.
I'd take Kurt over Russell too.
He's leading the league in yards and touchdowns and no wins.
There's very few quarterbacks I take over Justin Fields. I'll tell you that much.
That's a lot I take over Justin Fields, but
I had a lot of quarterbacks I take over Justin Fields right now.
Yeah, that's a lot. But
that dude, he'll make great plays and he'll make really stupid ones. I mean, horrifically stupid. But hey, Kirk finally won a game this week. Good for him.
He has worse game than one. He played lights out the first 3 games and lost.
He got yeeted, man. He threw a pick 6 and tried to make a tackle and just got destroyed. Like, dude, what are you doing?
Hold on. Can we give him credit though? Did you see how fast he was running?
Yeah,
he's all one running too.
He was booking it. Like I was like,
unnecessary.
Kirk, I remember you doing that shit against the Lions with the ball in your hand.
Yeah. Ryan says, not to steal content from JP and Brian Mitchell, but y'all should do a weekly parlay pick. It's fun and spontaneous. Yeah, that'd be kind of fun. Maybe we'll do
Man, I know very little about gambling. Our gambling just became legal in our last week.
Just play
last Sunday was the first day Kentucky could legally sports book. So I'm still learning. I have to hit up Shotguns or Steve in text messages every time I make a bet because I'm scared. I don't know what I'm doing.
Just play with it. All right, we're going to shut this one down. Thank you for tuning in. You can find this podcast on any of your audio podcast platforms. Please go like and subscribe to the channel if you aren't doing it. If you're watching the show, just hit that like button. Just hit that thumbs up while you're watching the show. That would greatly appreciate it.
And tell your friends and family to subscribe.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We got to figure out what we're doing for the Bears game. I think what we're going to do is a Wednesday show. I'm not sure if we're going to live stream it or not. To be determined. Please stay tuned. Just due to timelines and schedules, might be a little hard.
We can't be siphoning off from Rio or Ref the District. You know?
We have to go live, right? Like, why would we record it and put it out on Thursday when the game's out Thursday?
Put it out Thursday morning, because all the other content providers and content people will be doing Thursday night stuff live. So we're gonna give you something to listen to on your drive to work on Thursday morning.
Yes.
And I don't know. You should be listening to us.
We'll see.
On your drive to work, on your drive home from work too.
Or we can live stream during the game Thursday. What?
That's too hard, man. I would love to, but I don't think I can sit in front of a computer for 4 hours like this. I go get up, I go to the bathroom, I eat.
There's like 3 of them. I'll do that. We're like a barbershop.
We do need to get a barbershop probably on the bye week.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're getting out of here. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back for the Bears preview and hopefully taking it to that ass on Thursday.
Is Jam in here?
No, he had to go to class.
My sister went to Japan today. Today she left.
You should hit him up on Twitter. Let him know. All right. We'll see you guys later. Peace. Hail. We out.